Good day everyone! My name is Teacher Jay and today we will gonna be teaching grade 9 visual arts for first quarter. So, our lesson for today is focuses on the principles of arts as applied in Western and classical arts tradition.
So for our learning objectives, at the end of the lesson, the student will be able to identify the principles of art, rhythm, movement, balance, emphasis, harmony, unity, variety, and proportion. Create a simple artwork applying at least 3 principles of art using the digital drawing tools or Sketch.io. Participate actively and respectfully in class discussion about artworks.
So before we start our lesson, let us have a short and fun activity to activate your thinking skills. We will have a quick trivia game! Please read each question carefully and choose the correct answer. Don't worry, if you make mistakes, it's okay. This activity is just warm up, so relax and enjoy. Let's begin! So before we continue to our lesson, let us review our previous lesson first. So, who can recall the 3 major styles of the medieval art? Very good. These are the Byzantine art, Romanesque art, and Gothic art. These art styles reflect the culture, beliefs, and the history on the medieval period, especially in the religious artworks and architectures. So today, we will move on to a new topic under the Western and classical art tradition. So our lesson for today is all about the principles of art. So the principles of art are the guidelines used by artists to organize the elements of arts, such as
Rhythm, movement, balance, proportion, emphasis, harmony, unity, and variety.
So before anything else, let's have a activity first. So this activity is called Look and Point. Yes, so I will show you a sample artworks on the screen. And please observe carefully how the shapes, lines, colors, and compositions are arranged. Let's go! So here is the first image. So what do you first notice in this artwork? Very good! Notice how figures are arranged. Now look at this second image. What do you notice? Yes. Very good. Now for our third image. What do you notice? Yes. Good observation. So for our fourth image. What do you notice about the movement of the skies and the stars? Very good. And finally, for the last image, observe this artwork. What feeling or reaction do you get from the arrangement of the figures and shapes? Good. Now, let us connect your observation to the correct concepts. These concepts are called the principles of art. So the principles of art are the guidelines used by the artist to organize the elements of art and make the artwork clear, balanced, and visually appealing. So number 1, we have rhythm. So rhythm is created when visual elements such as lines, shapes, or colors are repeated, creating a sense of flow. For example, when lines or shapes repeats in a pattern, our eyes naturally follows them, just like rhythm in music. In San Vitale mosaic of Emperor Justinian, the repeated figures, similar poses, and patterns clothing create a rhythm. These rhythms gives a feeling of order, unity, and authority, showing the emperor's power and control. So I have a question. If repetition creates rhythm, what happens when this rhythm begins to guide our eyes across this artwork? Just comment your answer on the comment section below. So number 2, we have movement. So movements refers to how the artist leads the viewer's eyes from one part of the artwork to another. So for example, curved or diagonal lines can make our eyes move smoothly or quickly across an artwork. So in the Great Wave of Kanagawa, the strong curved lines of the wave creates movements. So these movements make the viewers feel power of the nature and the danger faced by the small boats. So number 3, balance. So balance is the distribution of visual weight so that the artwork feels stable. For example, a large shape on the one side can be balanced by several smaller shapes on the other side. In the Last Supper, the figures are balanced on both sides of the center figure. The balance highlights order and calm while also emphasizing the importance of the central figure. So I have a question. If everything is balanced, how does the artist makes one part stand out the most? So this is where the emphasis entered. So number 4 is emphasis. So emphasis is when one part of the artwork becomes the focal point. For example, artists create emphasis by using brighter colors, larger shapes, or central placement. In the Last Supper, the emphasis is placed on the center figure, through position and surrounding lines. This emphasis communicates important and meaningful, directing the viewers to the key message of the scene. Number 5, we have harmony. Harmony happens when all elements work together. For example, using similar colors, shapes, or texture creates a harmonious effect. For example, in the Starry Night, the repeated blue tones and swirling lines create harmony. This harmony expresses emotions and calmness, even though the movement feels energetic. Number 6, we have unity. Unity is the feeling that all parts belong together. For example, an artwork with unity looks whole and complete and not scattered. In the Starry Night, the sky, village, and landscape feel connected through colors and movements. The unity helps express the artist's emotional view of the world. So I have a question. If everything looks too similar, how do artists keep the artwork from becoming boring? Of course, by using variety. Number 7, we have variety. So variety adds interest through differences in shapes, colors, or sizes. For example, combining straight and curved lines or light and dark colors adds excitement. In Guernica, the different shapes and distorted figures create a strong variety. This variety reflects chaos, pain, and suffering caused by war. So I have a question. When elements are different, how do artists make sure that the sizes still look meaningful? Of course, by using proportion. Lastly, number 8, we have proportion. So what is proportion? Proportion refers to the size relationship between elements. For example, objects that are closer appear larger, while those farther away appear smaller. So in the artwork Guernica, figures are intentionally distorted in proportion. So this exaggeration threatens the emotional message of fear, violence, and loss. So I have a final question. How do this principle helps artists communicate ideas, emotions, and messages through art? Just comment on the comment section below.
So of course, principles of arts are important because the principles of art helps artists organize elements effectively, create balance and harmony, make artworks meaningful and visually appealing. Without these principles, artwork may look disorganized and less effective.
Now that we have seen how artists apply the principles of arts, it's your turn to apply what you have learned. Please open any digital drawing tools. If not available, you may use Sketch.io instead. As you create your artwork, follow this instruction carefully. Create a simple and digital sketch using basic shapes or lines. Think about how can you apply at least 3 principles of art in your work. You may consider the following. How can repetition create rhythm in your artwork? How can you guide the viewer's eyes to show movement? Which part of your artwork will stand out to show emphasis? Or how will you maintain balance and unity in your composition? Your drawing does not need to be complex. Focus clearly on showing the principles rather than adding many details. You will be given a few minutes to complete your artwork. So for the submission of output, after finishing your artwork, please take a screenshot of your output. Then submit it by posting it in the comment section below. Make sure your name is visible in your artwork if required for identification. This will serve as your performance output for today's activity. Let us summarize what you have learned today. So what are the principles of art? Yes. Very good. The principles of art are the guidelines that artists use to organize the elements of art. These principles help artists decide how to manage visual elements so that an artwork became clear, organized, and meaningful to the viewer. So I have another question. Why are the principles of art is important? Correct! The principles of art are important because they guide artists in creating artworks that are not only visually attractive but also meaningful and expressive. Without these principles, artwork may look random or confusing. But with these principles, artists are able to control how the viewers understand and feels the artwork. So always remember that these principles are what make an artwork more interesting to look at. They help transform simple lines, shapes, and colors into artworks that tell stories, express emotions, and communicate meaning. To check your understanding, please answer a short multiple quiz. Read each question carefully and choose the letter of the correct answer. This activity will help us measure how well you understood the principles of art that we discussed today. Take your time and choose the best answer based on what you have learned from our discussions and examples.
Just pause if you need more time. So for your assignment, choose one artwork from Western or classical art tradition. On a short bond paper, do the following. Identify the main style or period of the artwork and describe what makes it belong to that period. Number 2, choose 3 principles of art found in the artwork. Explain how each principle helps improve the overall message or meaning of the artwork. Number 4, if one principle was removed or not applied, describe how it would affect the artwork's appearance or meaning. That's all.
Always remember that art is not just about what we see, but also about how we see it, how elements are arranged to guide your eyes, affect our feelings, and gives meaning to the artwork. That concludes our lesson for today.